Good morning. Optional props for this 10-minute beginner flow are a blanket and 1 to 2 yoga blocks. If you have blocks, you can set them at the top of your mat, and we'll get started today in child's pose. You can layer that blanket underneath the knees if you have it for a little extra cushion. Knees can be together, maybe bring the knees out wide, and arms can extend forward. A few breaths here, maybe close the eyes. Begin to deepen into the breath as you inhale through the nose, and exhale, let it go. Again, full breath in, full breath out. One more inhale, maybe walk the fingers forward, create a little more length. On your exhale, relax shoulders away from ears, sink your hips back down into the heels. Your next inhale will lift you up through tabletop position. Hips stacked up over knees, shoulders over wrist. We'll take some movement through cat-cow. So as you inhale, you can begin to drop the belly, open up through the chest. Exhale, press the floor away, round through the spine. A few more just like that at your own pace. So as you inhale, drop the belly, think about squeezing the shoulder blades together, maybe lift your gaze. On your exhale, press the floor away, round through the spine. About 1 or 2 more breaths here. And take your time. Eventually we'll find center. We'll find a low crescent lunge. Step your right foot between the hands. Keep the back knee lowered. You can bring hands to hips, maybe hands to blocks. Option to reach the arms up overhead if you'd like. Making sure your right knee stacked up over the right ankle. Maybe even heel toe the right foot forward. See if you can give yourself space to maybe sink the hips a little deeper. About 1 or 2 more breaths. And creating a little more space into the hips, root down into the feet. And when you're ready, we'll take a twist. So left hand will plant on the inside of the right foot. You can also add a block underneath the left hand. On your exhale, right arm will open up towards the sky for the twist. A few breaths here. As you inhale, think about creating a length through the crown of your head. And on your exhale, maybe reach a little further through the right hand, working here to stack your right shoulder over left. Keep pressing strong to the left hand as you inhale. And stay for the exhale. When you're ready, we'll plant the hands, frame your right foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your left knee. We'll step the feet forward towards the top of the mat, forward fold. We'll find a ragdoll here, so maybe heel toe your feet out a little bit wider, about hip width distance, maybe shoulder distance. Soft bend in the knees, see if you can let the head hang heavy. You can rest your hands on blocks or maybe interlace your fingers behind your neck or your back. A few breaths here. You can shake the head yes and no, maybe sway side to side, pedal out through the legs. About 1 or 2 more breaths. And taking your time, slowly we'll press into the feet. Inhale brings you up to standing, head will come up last. And maybe you shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. And on your exhale, release the shoulders down. Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a full breath in. And maybe open mouth, let it go. This time, press down strong to the feet. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms up overhead. On your exhale, we'll swan dive down, forward fold. Plant the hands. This time we'll step our right leg back, lower the back knee, low crescent lunge on the other side. Anjaneyasana. Left knee stacked up over left ankle this time. You can keep the hands to blocks, maybe hands to hips or any other arm variation. And maybe a little movement here, just opening up through this side, getting a little deeper into the hips. About 2 or 3 more breaths. You can maybe heel toe that left foot forward, maybe give yourself a little space to sink the hips a little deeper, maybe even feeling it through the front of that right hip flexor. When you're ready, we'll take this into a twist. So right hand will plant to the inside of the left foot, maybe add a block underneath the hand, left arm will open up. A few breaths here, see if you can really reach the top hand. And as you inhale, see if you can lengthen through the crown of the head. On your exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. 2 more breaths. When you feel ready, we'll release both hands to the mat, frame the left foot, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, step it forward. We'll meet in that forward fold. Second set of a ragdoll, you can pedal out the legs, maybe shake the head yes and no. And take your time. Inhale brings you up to standing. Slowly begin to lift up. Head will come up last. Maybe again, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. And exhale, release them away from the ears. Send that breath back down into the earth. Maybe close the eyes. See if you can reach down into the 4 corners of the feet. Reconnect with your breath. And as you're ready, we'll make our way to tree pose. You can shift the weight over towards the left foot. Right foot can either kickstand, sole of the foot pressing up against the calf, or maybe the inner thigh, just making sure you're not pressing up against your knee. Hands can come to heart center, or maybe option to reach the arms up overhead if you want to play with the balance, add a little extra challenge. About 2 or 3 more breaths here. See if you can use your gaze, find a point of focus, your drishti, to help you with the balance. Press down strong to your left leg as you inhale, lengthen up. On your exhale, point the knee towards the front of the room, plant the feet, release the hands, mountain pose. When you're ready, other side. Left foot can either be kickstand, you can press the sole of the foot against the calf, maybe the inner thigh. Option again for the hands, they can come to heart center, any other arm variation. Two more breaths. Press down into the feet, inhale. And on your exhale, release the feet back down towards the earth, finding our mountain pose. Full breath in, and empty the breath out. This time we'll press into the feet, inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. On your exhale, swan diving forward, forward fold. Breath into halfway lift, you can rest hands to blocks, hands to shins or quads. See if you can find a flat spine. On your exhale, we'll plant the hands, step, step back, high plank. Now we'll lower the knees, chest, chin as you bend the elbows, hug the elbows in towards the ribs. We'll lower all the way down to the belly. Baby cobra, hands underneath the shoulders. Press tops of the feet down into the mat as you inhale. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift your chest, gazes forward and down. Little to no weight in the hands. Exhale, release. Press into the palms, send your hips back, child's pose. 2 breaths. On your next inhale, we'll lift up into a seat. You can sit up on the knees, maybe cross-legged. We'll take a little twist here. So inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And on your exhale, we'll take a twist over towards the left hand behind the hip, maybe right hand to the left knee. About 2 or 3 breaths. As you're ready, we'll bring the gaze forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, twist right hand behind the hip, left hand maybe to the right knee. 2 or 3 breaths on this side. When you feel about even, we'll turn the gaze forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Maybe lift your gaze. On your exhale, bring hands to heart center. We'll take a few breaths here to close. Maybe close the eyes if you'd like. And begin to notice the breath as you inhale. Fill through the belly. Feel the ribs expand, chest lift, maybe sip in a little more air. And exhale, let it go. Again, full breath in, trace that breath as you fill up all the way through the lungs. Take that breath all the way through the crown of the head. This time we'll open mouth, exhale, let it go. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you today, and I hope to be with you next time you're on your mat.